Welcome to Spirit Reality Matrix. This is an understanding on how our sixth sensor works and how we have all sorts of sensors to really show us how we're emotionally being affected. And by understanding this, you may be able to stop a lot of your habits when you understand how emotions are what's actually driving you. It's not the information per se, it's the emotion of the energy that you're receiving. So, we're all players, first of all, of the game. Now, what is this game? Well, it's a game of fucking life, right? Life. This experience, whatever you want to call this, whatever you. Doesn't matter. You're going down the rabbit hole, and this is it. And we're taught from a very young age we have five sensors. And we're told to this is how the body works. You can hear things, you can see things, you can taste things, you can smell things, you can touch things, and that's it. And your brain just understands it, and this is this is it. When in truth, you have seven sensors. The only six are physically affected by the experience. So we're going to start off with, just to give you a little understanding, visual understanding, obviously, because that's how we do it here. So let's just list down first the five sensors. And these are not at all in order, but you have your touch, smell, taste, we'll say, I was gonna say audio, hearing, sight. So you have these five sensors, and really, when we get down to it, when you're in a relationship and somebody touches you or somebody that gives you a hug, they can literally make you feel better. So that's just an energy transfer of that emotion, right? So you have your energy that's always being transferred. Always. And then we have our next one. You know what? Excuse me. We have our touching emotion. We have our smelling emotion. Right? We also have our taste. We have our hearing. And we have our sight. You know? So all of this gives you some kind of emotion, and you can feel how somebody emotionally makes you feel when they touch you. You can smell something, and that will trigger an emotional memory. You can taste your mother's cooking, and you can emotionally feel how much love somebody put into their cooking. And when you see somebody, they can just make you feel happy from seeing them or even hearing from them. So we must understand that our sixth sensor is our emotion. Your emotion is simply giving you a understanding of where you are with those five sensors. And when those five sensors are not being understood and they're distorted, your emotions are going to drive your mind, and your mind is going to drive the machine, right? Because in reality, that the mind itself is the one driving the machine. It's driving this whole experience. And we have to control our emotions. We just have to stop before we act. Understand that everything has an emotional value to it. You can verify it with different events that have happened. There's been registration of the magnetic field of the planet shifting on 9/11. So those are the sort of things that give us a hint that we are all actually emotionally driven, not driven by our actual physical thoughts, but the actual emotion that changes your vibration of this body. Because again, none of this experience is even real without your thoughts first thinking it's real, you know. So in conclusion, just work more on stopping before you act, really, and understanding that everything that we see has an emotional connection, and that's how they're driving our hearts to be disorganized. And as long as we can stop that, we can then become organized to work together, harmonize ourselves, and love each other, because there's really no reason for anything else, really. So, and thank you for all the subscribers. Very appreciated. And thank you. Just I'll see you guys around. Peace.